The following program is for mature audiences only. None of the information provided is intended to be medical or any other professional advice requiring licensing through any regulatory agency. It is for entertainment purposes only. Listener discretion is advised.
Hi, I'm Amy Satori. I'm an intuitive spiritual counselor assisting in raising the vibration of our planet. I was born with extraordinary gifts, experienced enlightenment for 6 months years ago, speak light language, and channel a being called Celeste, who is an ambassador for a Galactic Council of 60. I am able to scan your energy field for emotional blockages and talk to or aid in the healing of your organs using Qigong energy healing. I can also help you make decisions, talk to your pets, deceased loved ones, and your friends and family's higher selves. I can help you navigate your relationships and answer pressing questions in your life by talking with the unseen world. I use these skills I've developed to translate the images, feelings, impressions, and messages I'm given while tuning into you and your situation. I work Thursday through Saturday as a psychic for the Lighthouse Bookstore downtown Boulder, Colorado, and conduct remote readings all over the world. You can order a private reading from my website at amysatori.com. Please like, share, subscribe, and follow me here on Podbean, Instagram, my 1111 Twin Flame Forum on Facebook, and YouTube. Set a reminder in your phone to call live on the show any Sunday, 5:30 Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, or 8:30 Eastern to ask me a question, receive a blessing, or have me do some energy work on you. So, my friends, without further ado, let's get to today's show. Thank you for holding, whoever's there. I'll be on in just a minute. Okay. So, thank you for listening to the Satori Show. This is Amy Satori, your host this evening, and the funniest thing happened this week. I got to know a new group of beautiful ladies that I was hanging out with, and I got accused of being a millennial. And they kept saying it to me. We'd go to lunch, and, oh, you're just a millennial. You don't understand. Oh, you're just a millennial. And finally we all got together, and I said, why do you guys keep saying that? And they were like, well, you're either a millennial or incredibly open-minded. And I said, incredibly open-minded. And they were like, well, you can't be around our age. And I said, what's your age? You know, and they throw it out there, and I said, I'm not all that far from your age. So I said, how old did you think I was? And they were like 30, 31. And I just started laughing. I said, well, I'm just a playful spirit. I'm young at heart. So that's what happens. So that's why you got to have a good sense of humor too, because stressing makes you age. So also I wanted to say that, you know, a lot of you are going to be coming into union fairly soon. I really feel like some huge shifts are going to happen with this eclipse right now. And also, happy blood red full moon in Leo eclipse. It's a great time to go to let go and go toward what is inevitably calling you to your brightest future. And here's a quote by Martin Luther King, whose birthday falls on the same day as this eclipse. That is, summon your courage, even if it means acting in the face of your fear because you know it's the right thing to do. This is the kind of energy we're coming into right now. So in preparation for that, I wanted to share a story that happened just the other day, actually yesterday. And so this gal comes to me and she tells me, these conversations, these heartfelt conversations she's been having with her masculine. And in there, she's throwing in things that I've told her. And so I said, wait, did you come up with that? Or was that what I said? Well, it's what you said. You've said that this and that and the other in our readings and whatnot. Things like predictions and things like that. I don't want to use the exact example, but pretty much predicting something and her saying I know you're going through this. And so I suggest that or whatever. And I just went, okay, so basically your masculines, and because she says, oh, he reacted really great to it. I said, so basically your masculine is falling in love with me, right? I said, do you want to hook us up? I mean, is that what you're trying to do? And she just looked at me like, what? And I said, think about it. You're pretending to be me. You're saying the things that I'm saying to you. You're repeating it back to him, and you're pretending to be psychic and to have come up with this stuff on your own, and you're using it to your advantage. And she just cringed and she goes, oh my gosh, you're right. And I said, what are you going to do when you guys are living together and you're not so psychic anymore? You're going to have to be calling me every day to get things to say to him in order to keep up that facade. So it's really important as we're coming into these new relationships that we truly be ourselves. No matter what is happening or what you think, be totally authentic with that. There are stories about people being together for many years, and say you wake up one morning and he makes you eggs and you can't stand eggs, but you're so glad that he did it that you're just like, these eggs are just wonderful, and you totally play it up. If you do that, then he's going to make you eggs forever, thinking he's making you really happy, and he's going to be all excited, and he'll make lots and lots of eggs for you. So then many years later, you might actually admit it on your deathbed, or, quite a few years down the road, you're going to be like, I don't really actually like eggs. Well, why have you been telling me that all this time? Well, I was kind of people pleasing you. So don't do that. Don't do that, because you have the opportunity to say, what you could say is something like, I really appreciate the fact that you were sweet enough to do this for me. I love the thought. I don't like eggs, but I could tell you what I do like, or if you want to know things that I would love to do, just, ask me or, I'd be happy to let you know. But you can say that better. But I'm just saying, that you can really acknowledge them, but also tell them the truth. So I'm just encouraging you guys right now that as you come into union with your person, whether it be like a soulmate or twin flame or whatever it's going to be yourself. Say the things you don't like, express your opinions. I'm not talking about being critical. There's the Fisher wife, constantly picking on them. You left that there. I can't believe you did that. And, it's the real authentic me is to just rip you a new one. That's not what I'm talking about. That's not who you are. That's not your real authentic you. The real authentic you is vulnerable. The real authentic you is the one who says, you know what, this is really scary for me to admit or to say, but here it is. Or this is what I really felt about that back when, or it's vulnerability. It's just being able or willing to it's acknowledging the power of being vulnerable. And there really is a power in being vulnerable. So just saying, and also on that note, I wanted to share an exercise that I thought would be helpful for you guys as well if you have a choice between a couple of people or a few people. So one of the things that you could do is, we talked in the last episode, and if you haven't listened to that one, you might want to listen to that one because there's an exercise that you can do to kind of tap into your counsel. But once you discover who your team is, and a lot of us have a lot of guides around us, some of us think, I might have 2 or 3 or something. And yeah, there may be 2 or 3 main guides, but there are a lot of beings helping you, a lot. So you could call a council meeting and just say, all of those beings who love me unconditionally and are here for my, higher purpose and happiness and all of this, all those who support me, I'd like to call you for a meeting right now and imagine them sitting around an oval table, whether it be 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, whatever the number is. Thank them for being there. Thank them for the time like you would any meeting. And then you can ask them, I have a couple of suitors, 2 or 3 suitors or whatever you want to say, and I'd like to bring each one forth and see what you think of them. So no intimidation. In the 5D, they can actually really feel this. But you just take them in front of the council, and then you ask them honestly, with everything considered, everybody's free will, long-term compatibility, life circumstances, like everything considered, past life history and all of that. I want you guys to tell me which of these 3 guys are truly the best fit for me. And then you take a vote and you just say, is it Bachelor A? Would that one be the best fit for me? And then you look and you take a count. And then you thank them, and then you pull the next guy. And then you have a talk with that guy and tell him how you feel about what's going on with you right now. And you just have a really good candid talk, hold his hands, look him in the eyes and say, if it turns out, if you've checked all 3 guys and you know which one and it's not your twin flame, then you'll, say to your twin flame, I'm so sorry. I really, I will always love you. I'll always be really close to you. We'll be like brother and sister or like best friends, but it's never going to be more than that because I choose this other guy because I feel he's best for me. So then you go to the next guy and you do the same thing and just ask your counsel, just say, let me know, can I get a show of hands as to, whose vote is for this guy? And just do that for however many candidates there are. And get a feel for it. And then let the guy know, or the girl, in whatever case it is, let them know, hold them by the hands and look them in the eyes and say, I love you. I want to be with you. Despite anything that's happened in our past lives that makes us really scared or whatever has happened, the council votes for us and says that we could have long-term happiness here. So I think we should do this, So have a talk with each of the guys and get straight with them. And you know how the twin flame, they're always seeing all these signs and synchronicities, constantly reminded of them seeing their name, where they're from. It's just like you get bombarded sometimes. One thing you can do is ask Archangel Michael or an angel that you work very closely with, somebody that your higher self approves of, and basically ask them if they will put some kind of a barrier or limitation up, like a bubble or something that stays around your twin flame and does not affect you anymore. They may get if they're sending a bunch of energy, their higher self is sending out a bunch of energy, like urgent, like you need to be with me, you need to be with me. And the signs are coming at you. If you put this barrier up, it may cause them to get inundated with their own energy they're putting out. They're going to get even more about you back. So, and that's just going to cause them more and more grief and suffering until they'll just stop and they'll just give up. And especially if you're talking to their higher selves, it'll really help. So anyway, that's just a little thing I came up with that might help some of you guys to, and that could be, it's going to be that kind of, the synchronicity thing and all the numbers and all that stuff is pretty much just going to happen with your twin flame. And that's just designed by the universe. You guys have that special connection in that energetic cord. So that's why you guys are going to get bombarded with that stuff naturally. But you can put a limitation on it. And it could very well be just their higher self being really desperate to be with you. So just, put up some limitations on that if you don't choose your twin flame. Anyway, and I say that, and I could just feel some of you going, I don't have any options. What are you talking about? But you're about to. This eclipse is going to really, it's slamming some doors closed permanently, and it's beginning. And these guys are really guys or girls. The masculines are really having a big heart check, and they're really like, what is truly going to make me happy? They're getting really honest with themselves and with others. And they are going to come for you, once they realize the connection you have and the capability there. So anyway, I hope that helps. And I'm going to get to taking some of these calls. Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Is this Mary?
This is Mary. It is.
Hi, Mary.
Amy. It's nice to speak with you. I have
You too.
no one in mind, although I have been in contact with someone in the last 4 years. And
okay.
We have not. I went to meet him because he said come up, then he would not come meet me. And I have kind of let that go. I called to see if you kind of throw me down a blessing like Rocky did when he went to go fight Apollo. I have not been very well the last 3 years. I've had 3 surgeries on my neck, but I kind of follow you, and I got your name from a young lady on that I'd watched on YouTube, and so I'd kind of watched some of your podcasts, listened, and watched you while you was house setting with your kids, the kitty cats that you like so well. So I just wondered what you could see or glean from my voice, and I am a widow, and I have 2 grown children that are married.
Okay. I'm going to take a look. Can I do some energy work on your neck?
Oh, bless you. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. For one, does it hurt right now at all?
Yes, there's a pressure there most of the time.
Okay, so tell me on a scale of 1 to 10, like what the number would be in terms of pain right now.
I would say an 8.
Ooh, all the time? You have an 8?
I've had surgery on both sides of my neck, and I have a pressure on the left side of my neck.
Okay, all right. I'm glad you called. Okay, so I'm going to see what information I get. Well, they said actually they want me to do a clearing first. And so let me do a light language blessing for you, and then we'll proceed. So let me get the microphone back closer to me again. Okay. Are you ready? So just drop your shoulders. Everyone listening is going to benefit from this. So just drop your shoulders, relax, and let this channeled energy come through. Hai mo komo atsena halehe no kocha hehi ina ikarapona ashesitina olabruna tatei ha mo ikana isa shasetina olabruna takitana cha sei ha mo la ina ai aka anja saret ndele into ndabrikis hasi intro sa mbokola hina anaka ponsa Lebitina nokosa natela labarai. Whew. Okay. Wow, I got chills everywhere. Okay, so this is definitely past life related. But let me work on it for a minute. Did you feel anything with that? Is the first thing I want to ask.
I felt a lot of heat.
Okay, good.
On the left side of my body.
Oh, this is like so many different things. So many different things. I feel at least like 3 major past lives that are affecting this right now. So let me just, I'm trying to think of the quickest way to heal all 3 at the same time. So hang on just a moment.
Okay.
Okay, feel your neck around and see if the number is different than an 8 now.
Yes, I believe it has gone down to at least a 6.
Okay.
It affects my voice sometimes too, where it gets frilled and then it gets, it's hard to talk, and it's easier for my throat to go up and down and swallow.
Okay, I'm checking the back here for a second. Okay. Move around again. Okay, so the full moon is a really good time to like let go of anything that like hurts you too, because what they're saying is that some of these past life things, you've got to be willing to take to forgive some of the people and the situations in your life right now in this life, and it will heal some of the other past life issues. So if I were you, I'd be like a bloodhound, like looking for anything that's ever upset me that I've ever felt victimized about, and use my exercise. Thank you, God, for my misery. Do you know that exercise?
Yes, ma'am, I do. I've made a couple of lists and I've burned them.
Yay. Okay, good. So then that's actually planted the seed for you to be able to let go really well tonight. I feel like your body was waiting for this, eager for this, and really happy it's happening. So now I'm just going to go down to your shoulders because it feels like your neck is feeling a lot better to me. So I feel like some of the tension. Okay. Is there another number you want to put on it? Has it gone down from 6?
It might have gone just a little lower, but it's still kind of right.
Okay. So the rest of this, I think, is coming. The rest of this is coming from the shoulders, I feel. So let me get to the shoulders now. Hang on.
Okay.
Oh, interesting. Okay, hang on. Yeah. Okay, how's that feel? Whew.
Shoulder feels pretty good. Still a little tight in my neck, but my shoulder feels good.
What part of your neck?
It's on the side, probably about 2 inches below my neck, my chin line or jaw line.
Okay.
About 2 inches from my shoulder up, in between the chin and the shoulder, right in the middle there, on the left.
Okay, part of this is you not speaking out for help. This is you put too much pressure on yourself, and you're taking too much responsibility, and you need to delegate to other people and to feel empowered to do that. Ask for help.
Okay.
I mean, it's good that you reached out to me. That's good. That's a step in the right direction. So take that like Leo courage and be like, I need your help. I need your assistance with this. My garage is a total disaster and it stresses me out. Can get a work party together.
And we just cleaned it this summer. And we just went through my garage this summer.
So things like that, like get a work party together, pizza, beer, like whatever you can do to make everybody happy, like pull them all together, ask them to help with whatever. It feels like your office needs some help too. But just, get whatever you need help with. Don't put the burden on yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am. I get that.
Okay. And self TLC. Give yourself some love on a regular basis, massages, baths with Epsom salts. Like, just think of what you would do for your ailing mother to make her feel special and make her feel loved. Light candles, aromatherapy, like really pamper yourself and make yourself feel good because number 1, you deserve it. Number 2, you should be your own very best friend. 3, you should know that you also deserve help from others. And 4, your body will be so happy and it will feel like letting go. Also, only because this happened recently for me, and things that happen in my life tend to kind of ring true for everybody who is attracted to me. You might consider getting like a weighted blanket. It really relaxes your nervous system.
Okay.
And you can just lay on your back on the floor or on your bed with a super heavy blanket on you, and it feels like super comforting and it feels so cozy, and you're just like melting into the bed.
Okay.
think about doing that. And I feel like that would really relax your muscles quite a bit as well. Just those two things. And let me just see if there's another message they want to tell you. They're saying that there are several layers to this, but we've made a lot of headway. Also, energetically, when you work on somebody, it can take several days for it to actually show up in the physical. So don't be thinking something didn't work because there's still a little pain there. Talk to your throat and say, I'm sorry I haven't let you express yourself. I'm so sorry that I've gotten you in this state. I'm listening now. I love you, and I'm really happy you guys are healing. Talk to all your cells in your neck. Anything that's hurting, like talk to it and say, let's just loosen up and have fun. Let's just relax about life. Let's just not be so. Just talk to your cells because they really do listen to you. Imagine your cells being little smiley faces, all happy that you're listening, and they will love the attention. They're used to kind of being beat up. They're used to kind of you being a little bit hard on them. So they're going to be so happy you're talking so sweet to them.
Well, you've talked so kind to me. I did 29 years of nursing. And that you mentioned my mother, that was most precious. And I do all of the above that you've said. And I just thank you so much for taking the time. And I know you have other callers. And I will, and I think I will probably be visiting you.
I would love that. That'd be beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Remind me of if you come to see me, like if you're talking about coming to the lighthouse or something like that, which I can actually, I'll meet anybody just about anywhere, by the way. But if you are thinking about coming out to the lighthouse, when you come see me, I probably won't remember you, but just remind me of your neck, and I'll probably remember that.
Neck and Mary from Kansas.
Yeah. I'm so glad you called. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. You too.
Can I listen to
Bye.
the rest of the show by hanging on or go to your phone?
Yes. Yep.
I'm
just going to mute you, and feel free to hang up whenever you'd like.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Amy. I met with you a weekend ago, last Saturday.
Okay. Great.
And we talked about twin flames, which I was kind of shocked that I had one because I felt like I hadn't met him yet.
Okay.
Is there a possibility I haven't met him yet?
I kind of feel like you've met him. Do you know who this would be?
Well, it's somebody that's constantly on my mind.
That would be a clue.
That would be a clue. Well, I mean,
has he been running from you and hiding?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's good reasons for that. He's already in a relationship, which I don't want to go there.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Never interfere with anyone's relationship.
Right.
Especially, those are good boundaries to have for sure. Has he? Well, let me. I just want to feel into this for just a second, okay? I just want to check a couple things before I just start talking. Hang on. Well, you're definitely as much on his mind. I feel like he's in a good relationship. I mean, I think it's fairly good. I feel like meeting you has definitely made him feel like something better could be possible, and so I'm sure that's why he thinks about you a lot. But you're right. There's nothing that you can do until he's done with that. So what are you thinking to do? Maybe date around. You've got soulmates as options, and some soulmates are just incredible and even better. Hate to say. Do you want me to fill into the kind of guy that might be coming into your life?
Sure. Or, I mean, I have friends that we haven't gone into dating, but
okay. Ooh, let's look at them. How many are there?
Two. One I definitely know I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with. One I question, but I just don't have the same magnetism. It just isn't.
Okay. Let me feel into the two, okay? I
It
want
is
you to
me,
put
not them.
Okay, so think of each one, and I want you to put like a number 1 on one of them and a number 2 on the other, and I'll feel into both of them.
Okay, 1, 2.
Okay. Let me see. Guy number 1, bachelor number 1, behind door 1. Well, he's definitely got his stuff together. It feels like he's responsible. He's mature. He could handle a relationship. Feel he's been married before, maybe more than once. He's got a good job. And let me look at how he feels about you. I feel like he has some walls up, but I feel like humor could melt his heart. Humor could get to him in time, but yeah, it feels kind of though like he's just a little bit stiff.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay.
I don't know. It might take a lot of effort to get him warmed up and to get him to kind of like loosen up a little bit. Let me feel into the second guy. The second guy's like the opposite. He just feels like maybe a little bit too loosey-goosey. And it feels like he used to like know how to manipulate and play people a little bit. But I think he's really grown out of that. I think he is growing out of that and feels like he's ready for something. And I feel if either of these two were to like want to cross that line with you, I think it's that second one. But I feel like if the first one were to open up for you, then that would be like the better choice. Does that make sense?
Well, and again, I don't feel like I've met anyone yet that is the right choice.
Okay.
That's kind of where I'm feeling.
Okay, let me feel into this, maybe a new guy scenario for you.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on a minute. I got to clear these other guys out. It's really funny. Okay, hang on a second, because those other guys are thinking about you too, so I got to get them out for a minute. Okay. All right, the new guy. Huh. Feels like somebody might be watching you. I think he already has his eye on you. I think that's why they were saying that you already know him. I don't think it's the other guy. I think it's a different guy. I don't think he's gotten up the nerve to really talk to you. But he definitely notices you. And he definitely like lives in your town. He lives close to you.
I live in a town full of married people and families. I always travel outside my town to do anything because it's
I
not
see
a
bicycles.
good place for a single woman.
Okay, I see bicycles. Either he works in a bicycle shop or he rides a bike or he's a bicyclist, but I see bikes.
Okay, so I'm going to put a number 3 on who I think you're talking about. He might be a client of ours,
okay.
of the business I work for, and he may be a client. So I'm putting there.
I'm getting a yes.
What?
Yeah. And I just got soulmate. So if he asks you out, say yes.
It's pretty funny. He and his sister came into the business where I work, and he just got back from traveling for business, and he came in. He goes, "Where's Maya?" And I came around the corner, and I'm like, "Well, here I am."
Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah.
Are you serious? Because I know he bikes. That's one of his hobbies. He's a cyclist, and he moved from an area near where I live for a long time.
Well, he's talked to his sister about you.
Really?
Yeah. So, yes, say yes. Say yes. You guys would have a lot of fun.
He's a really happy person.
I was just going to say he's like so fun. Like he would be so much fun to go have fun with. I feel like he's not like, actually he kind of reminds me of, because now that you said your name, he actually reminds me of somebody in your past. somebody you used to know who is no longer with us. He has some characteristics, some, I don't know, there's just a lot of potential there.
Really?
Yeah. So just saying.
So door number 3.
Door number 3. Door number 3.
And we have never gone out. We've only, like I said, this has been a client of my business and where I work, and
he's very respectful, but that's what makes him a faithful man too. It'd make him a good husband. You know, he really wants to keep things professional, but he really wants to ask you out too. So I don't know if he's going to it feels like he might make some kind of, especially into this Leo moon, people are getting courageous and bold. So he may just I don't know, spill something on you and, oh, I'm so sorry. Can I take you up to lunch or take you out to lunch to make up for it or something? You know, I don't know. He'll try something slick, I think. That's funny.
I mean, he's not somebody I would even consider.
You got to, in the true love category, you got to open your mind, because you'll be so surprised how somebody can make you really happy you never thought was your type. Give it a shot.
Yeah. Well, and it's the person I think about all the time that potentially is like a twin flame. There definitely was a chemistry, a magnetism. But like I said, he's in a relationship, and I don't want to go there.
And you don't want to wait forever for him.
Exactly.
You could wait forever for him. I mean, if you think you can be totally happy on your own, do it. You know, no big deal. If that's what you choose to do. But you know, you could be having a really happy life with someone else in the meantime if you don't. So I don't know. It's totally up to you. But I like this guy. Go out with him, at least just for fun. You know, go get to know him and have a good time with him. And, you know, it might just, I mean, sometimes we go out with people so that we can be awakened to something, or just get, you know, get some passion back, or get some adventure back, or, you know, it can kind of give us a missing piece that's been gone for a little while. So it never hurts to date, as long as you don't lead anybody on or, you know, lie to them. Yeah. So I've got a bunch of calls waiting.
Okay.
Are we good for now?
We're good. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay. And you're on. Hey. Where are you? Yes. Hi.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm so good. So I don't have a question formulated, but I want, I guess, an insight to my current relationship.
Okay.
Marriage. I'm in a marriage. We have a daughter, but I believe I have a twin flame. I know I have a twin flame, but, you know,
okay.
Without going into
he's not your husband?
No, basically, you know.
Okay.
You know how it goes.
Has anything happened with the twin?
So the person I perceive as my twin, I actually met in 2011, and then when I was dating my now husband, and then he called it off, and so I proceeded on with my life, and here we are. And he contacted me a year ago, and the whole 2018 was a whirlwind of, you know, how it was. Like, yes, it was just a whirlwind of emotions because he came back. So I guess my question is, I don't know. I don't know. Anything you sense.
Okay.
I guess. I'm open.
Yeah, you know, this is kind of the rough thing about this kind of thing. It's like That's the dilemma. That's the dilemma, because there is this magnetic pull that you'll always have for your twin. But it really comes down to twins can be awfully fickle. You know, they can be there one day, gone the next. They're, you know, sometimes they're so caught up in their egos still that all they care about is winning. You know, and being that you have another man, he could be just trying to compete and win you back, and then he's going to take off again. So before I would leave a relationship or something for a twin, as strong as it is, you better be darn sure he's not going anywhere and that he truly has changed his ways, or, you know, that something really significant has happened. Because, you know, the last thing you want to do is ruin something that you've got that's really good, taking a bet with that twin, huh?
It's not good. It's been not good. It actually feels in transition. The marriage, like, stuff has surfaced in conversation, but we keep stalling, I think, because of our child. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, we started
all right.
the
So,
conversation. Yeah.
Okay. Let me read into your guys' marriage for a second. Hang on.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You guys are not going to last.
I know.
And it's like ripping apart. It's already ripping apart. So that's good news. Okay. So that's not going to be so hard. But if I were you, I mean, I would leave just because it's not healthy and because you guys don't want it. Don't leave for the twin. Do it for yourself.
No.
And do it to get your groove back on, you know, do it to feel good about yourself again and to boost your self-esteem again. And how old is your child?
Almost 6.
Okay. Above the age of 5, I believe, and I'm no psychologist. I'm not, you know, I'm not saying that I am, but I've just heard that up until the age of 5, like, they need both parents when they're super, super young. But once they reach 5, they have the ability to self-soothe. Before that, they really need both parents to be there, or at least one of them to be very, very compassionate and loving with as little discord in the family as possible. But after 5, it's all right. As long as you produce an environment, and both of you can work on this. I do have an old episode about, I think it was called a harmonious disillusion or something like that. It's a couple of twin flames that decided to go separate ways, or they're not twins, they're soulmates, but they went separate ways and they made it really amicable. So you might want to look up that episode and listen to how they did that and how mature they were about it. But so let's see here. You know, if you are we tend to be pretty dramatic as a society. Divorce doesn't have to be that big of a deal, and it doesn't have to be a life-altering, horrible thing. It can be really fun. Yes, you have feelings to deal with, and you should definitely adequately, you know, tend to your own feelings and make sure that you guys are not suppressing feelings and you're really having it out and taking care of yourselves. But when you're around that kid, you can make it like, this is Disneyland. Like, it's fun getting a divorce. You know, we get double the playtime. You get both of us, you get us separate, us together, and, you know, you can make it like the time of their lives. Why not? Why can't you make anything that you go through the time of your life or their lives? So
I hear you.
Yeah. So just do your best to do it amicably and do it to where the kid is going to be thrilled. I'm really happy it's happening. Is it a son or daughter?
A daughter, and she's pretty wise and psychic. She has her sweet. We're really connected. So.
I feel her empathy. Yeah, she's very empathic. So you can't fake it. You're not going to be. If you fake it with her, she's going to sense that, and she's going to learn not to trust adults. So be very honest with her, but at the same time, make it really fun and be like, we can make you a whole fairy garden in your room. We can paint it pink. We can put sparkles, you know, whatever she wants. Like, make it like in her new place, she gets to make it however she wants to. You know, just make it really fun for her.
Okay, thank you.
And then, yeah,
things.
and then it. And also I was going to say though, if you do end up being with your twin and he's ready and he's mature enough to kind of stick to it here, you guys could have a really, really incredible thing because, you know, true love makes you giddy and happy and playful and authentic. You can't get better than that for a kid to grow up with and around. And it also opens your husband up. What was that?
I was saying that's you know, as part of the journey, I guess you could say, is that's the image I keep holding of that possibility. But I know he's working through shit, and I'm still in a marriage, so that's of course the separation part. But yeah. So
let's just make it fun, and make her a castle. You know, just have it be really fun. And also, like, just so that you don't feel so guilty either, keep in mind that your husband might find a true love too.
I thought of that. I think about that too. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for calling.
You're welcome. Thanks. Take care.
All right. Have a good night. Kim.
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
How are you?
How you doing?
I'm good.
Thank you.
So I had a quick question for you. I've been having some right-sided abdominal pains for several weeks, and I had it evaluated by my doctor, and she said that while I'm having some minor gallbladder liver stuff going on, it's nothing to be overly concerned about or nothing that should be causing me discomfort. So it's not going away, and I was curious to know if it's something that either we're missing, or could it be something that my divine masculine is going through and I'm just feeling what he's feeling? Because he and I are not in communications. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because that's so important for those of us that are twin flames. You need to be able to discern whose energy is who, because that is very, very common.
Yeah, it really is.
So I want you to do something for a moment, and this is going to seem overly simple, but just relax and close your eyes for a moment. And I want you to picture your twin over on let's see here. How could you do this? Ask yourself, is it me or him? And put the word me and put the word him on opposite sides in your mind's eye. And then ask, is it me or is it him? And see which one lights up or pushes forward or does something. And then tell me what it does.
I feel like they're both there, but his is a little more dominant.
Yeah, his push forward for me as well.
Okay.
So, now that you know that it's him, and I do feel like since your energies are merged like that, one of the things that you could do is, for one, check and see if he's okay. And
we're not in communication at all. He won't talk to me, so I have no idea what's going on with him.
Okay. Then in that case, you might want to just kink the hose. Like, imagine there being a hose between you guys and kind of kinking it like you would with water, a water hose. Okay. Kink the hose and put a clamp on it. And that'll keep his energy from coming to you. And you can put an angel in charge of keeping on top of that, and whether it needs to be let go of or crimped again, like Archangel Michael or an angel that you feel close to. Ask them if they would help you monitor that. And then see, once you crimp it, see if the pain goes away. That'll be kind of a fun way for you to experiment.
Okay.
Secondly, secondly, or in addition to, send him blessings. Like, close your eyes and picture him in your mind and just say, I bless him with pure love and light. I bless him with pure source energy. I bless him with pure love and light. I bless him with pure source energy. And just repeat that over and over until you feel the warm fuzzies and feel really, really good. maybe even picture his body and maybe picture those problem areas being an issue for him, and him kind of like, ow, kind of gripping his side. And then imagining kind of dissipating and letting go and even disappearing off of his body, the energy of it. And so just pour your love out to him, separate his energy from you, and then just see if it doesn't, see what that does. See what that does. Okay. But also I want to scan your field too, just to make sure that that there isn't something also in you, because sometimes even like letting that go long enough can start to affect your energy too. So let me just I want to do a clearing on your field for just a minute. Hang on.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you need to incorporate some more play into your life for sure.
Okay.
Like things have gotten a little serious.
Okay.
You need some playtime or some funny movies or some, you need some laughter.
Okay.
Okay, so all right, that feels better. Okay. It's like in some areas of your life, it feels like you're just being a little bit too controlling.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like, stay present. Don't worry about the future. Don't worry about the past. Our egos love to catch us up on worrying about all kinds of things. So just like surrender your life and say, you know what? I leave it up to the divine to everything's going to unfold so beautifully for me. And I just know it. You could even say that affirmation. I am so completely loved and supported in all ways and always. You could say, I feel like I've won the lottery in every area of my life. I feel like the luckiest girl in the world. Whatever feels really good to you, feed yourself with that energy instead of that worrying. And you'll start to see those situations that you were trying to control kind of unravel and loosen up for you, and will start to work out. Okay, hang on. And don't compare yourself with others.
I don't generally do that. I'm pretty good with that now.
Okay, so there's a little there is a little bit on your there's a little bit of that on your feminine side though, so there's still some remnants of that. And I'm not the fact that right where it is on your not this side but the other side, but it's like about the size of a quarter.
Okay.
So I think they're just wanting you to like just even check about some of your beliefs and things and see, just kind of like do some deep cleaning in this full moon energy and take a look at some like old beliefs or the areas where you might still be comparing yourself with others and finding yourself kind of lacking, and just clean that up.
Okay.
And it probably has to do with your mother. Or somebody related to your mother, or like an aunt or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So, okay.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Did you have pain now? Can you move around and see?
It's mild. It comes and goes. Sometimes it's achy and really annoying and visible, and then other days I hardly feel it. It's very strange, and I wish I could talk to him to know if he was going through something, but I don't know. Okay, so just do the exercise that we talked about, kink the hose, and see what happens. I have the feeling it's going to alleviate the pain. If it doesn't, call me back. Okay, thank you so much.
You've always got me here on Sundays if you need me. You're welcome.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Amy. Have a good one.
Yeah, you're welcome. You too.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hello?
Hi, Amy.
Hi.
Okay, so I have a question about moving. I feel a really big pull to move from New York City to San Diego.
Okay.
And the universe seems to be like really pushing me. And I live with my family right now, and it's become a really toxic environment. And I feel like it's on one hand pushing me out, on the other hand it's kind of holding me back. And like even the people I trusted seem to be like looking down on me and making me feel bad that I'm not going the traditional route with my life.
And it's also really scary for me to move across the country all alone. And I feel like there's no one else I can talk to. And if I do, they start shoving their like fear-based mentality and like I can't keep it out. So do you have any like, advice on how to break free from that, or how I can find support? Like, I don't know, I'm having a really hard time.
For one, block all those guys out because they don't matter, for one. 2, think about getting a moldavite stone. It's not a stone, it's a meteorite. But they help you get through circumstances faster and smoother and more powerfully. And they also like accentuate the power of other stones that you put it with. So you could pick out a stone that's really all about like a very calming stone. Lamar just came to mind. But get a couple stones on you, and a grounding stone, maybe some kind of a black stone like obsidian or I don't know. There's a million, but tourmaline, something like that. Yeah. So those are the first 3 things. But okay, so I don't know if you know much about my journey, but I had a successful business in Granbury, Texas, and I just up and gave notice to everything and everybody in my really cute little apartment right downtown, and even gave my favorite cat in the whole world a new home. I mean, I just dramatically just switched over to leave everything to go to Boulder. And it was because I felt intuitively like I had to go, just like you. I have to go. And I only had like $1,300, I think, in my account at the time. And that's like, you can put down a deposit, you can pay first month's rent, but that's pretty much it. Maybe some groceries in there. So I really didn't have anything. And I just had a car, and I packed it full of my stuff, and I came down here. And so this is what I said constantly, because I have had PTSD in the past. So I, could spin out and go into anxiety and things like that, based on my history. But I just kept repeating to myself, thank you so much for all the options. And thank you so much for all the support. And anytime that I was tempted to start worrying, I just filled it with that instead. I just kept repeating it over and over with all the belief I could muster. And I just, thank you so much for all the options. Thank you so much for all the support. And I had a number of things go wrong when I first got here. And I thought, uh-oh, what do I do now? I've got all my stuff in a car and nowhere to go, and nowhere to, no place to stay, and only a certain amount of money to get on my feet. And I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And I just kept saying that, like I said, and like these miracles started happening. I got a place for like $300 to $500 less than they were advertising for. I didn't have to sign an agreement. It was didn't even have to give notice if I had to leave. And it was incredible. It was just a wonderful, perfect place to stay, and ended up opening all kinds of doors for me. And then it's like I got this opportunity, and you have to keep a very open mind as well, because I before I came here, I was never going to work retail ever. I couldn't stand to be on my feet like that. And so I was just dreading doing that. But there was this place that I felt really comfortable being at that kind of gave me the warm fuzzies. I really like this place. So I thought, well, if I was going to be retail, then it would be at a place like this that I really actually enjoy, that I kind of like being at. That place led me to one of my true loves. Oh, wow. And then after that situation, I ended that employment, went to the Lighthouse Bookstore, and my career took off. Like, it just catapulted. So, that's what happens when you listen to the universe and you put yourself out there. It's like the universe will support you when you're feeling pulled to do something like that. So take the leap of faith. It's easy to do that. It's really easy to do that, especially when you have all these naysayers around you saying all the reasons why that can't work out, But you got to listen to your heart, and you got to take a leap of faith, because that's where you're going to prove them wrong. You are going to learn, and you're going to give yourself the self-confidence to know that when you listen to your intuition and you act on it, miracles happen. You got to prove it to yourself. You got to show yourself and all those people who are just like, no, you'll never be able to. If I listen to anybody, like, it's so funny too, because I told my dad, I was like, Dad, guess what I'm doing? I'm taking off. And he like totally bit his tongue. You could tell he was like, I'm worried about you. And, but he just stopped and he just said, you know what? I've learned that you're going to do it anyway. And you always land on your feet. So, that's what your family's going to learn about you.
Oh, wow.
That they don't have to worry about you, that you got a good head on your shoulders, you know what you're doing, and you know how to listen to that instinct.
I don't even know.
Just get your there are so many opportunities in that area, and I really feel like the minute you said it, I felt like, yes, go.
Yeah, really?
Yeah,
I just
and
I
actually
could find my purpose there because I feel so held back here, and I don't know.
I feel love there too.
What?
I feel love there too.
Really?
Yeah.
I always said I feel like I'm gonna move and I'm gonna find my soulmate there.
Well, just imagine yourself arriving and smelling that beach air and just being like, oh my gosh, I am so happy to be here. And they'd be like, thank you so much for all the options and all these doors that are opening for me. And oh, this place is so beautiful. I'm just going to go get some ice cream on the beach. I'm just going to go, down to Laguna Beach and check out the art shops. I'm going to, think of all the wonderful things you're going to be doing. And then imagine bumping into some guy and kind of giggling and looking at each other like, wow, who are you? And, don't waste your energy on all those worries, and because it's an endless supply. Trust me, there's an endless supply of things you could worry about. So use your brain power and your manifestation abilities by focusing on what you want. What you really are. We are manifesting machines right now. I'm telling you, what we're believing in and what we're thinking is happening. So don't waste your thoughts. Don't throw your pearls to pigs. Your thoughts are valuable.
The thing about San Diego is the first time I went there, I went with my twin, and he also wants to move there, but we're in separation now, and we always said, oh, maybe we'll bump into each other in San Diego, and I don't know. It's I always thought I was going to move with him, and it's just scary, leaving that behind and actually going to do that on my own.
That's exciting, though. Okay, so here's the other. Fear and excitement are the same. They're the same coin. It's just the other side of it. So instead of saying I'm afraid, say I'm so excited. Change the wording around.
Right.
And it's the same. Okay. Now say it right now. Say it right now.
I'm so excited.
Doesn't that feel true?
Yeah, I mean, I am. It does feel exciting, thinking about that, being there.
What I'm feeling though when I'm
Oh, what are you feeling?
It kind of feels. Well, it just kind of feels like you might be feeling a little bit maybe even needy on him if you were to go there. So just make sure that you go with a very independent mindset. Just be ready to set up by yourself and make it all happen by yourself, and just be totally self-empowered about it, and do not pressure him whatsoever about having to need to be a part of his life. Yeah, just leave him completely out of it and just go out of it. Go balls out into this new life. You'll be supported. You will totally be supported.
Yeah, well, that's really nice to hear. I was really worried.
And you need to get away from these toxic people.
It's just my family, and I've always held my family so close to my heart that it's it's
well,
so
okay. If these people in your family were just people strangers off the street and they were treating you the same way, would you see them differently?
Yeah. I mean, differently they're toxic.
So sometimes family sometimes they use it as an excuse to control you, honestly. It's a really manipulative move. Hey, we're blood. Hey, we're family. You have to do as we say. You have to listen to us. You are a piece of doo-doo on the bottom of my shoe. And it's just no, if you're not, it's get behind me, Satan. If you're not for me, you're against me. I don't care who you are or who you call yourself to be. My family are those who support me and are there for me and have my back no matter what, and love me and encourage me to make my own decisions and to follow my own path and to listen to my own intuition And some of these family members are scared to even make their own dreams happen. So who are you to go out and be bold and make that move? You know?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You got to do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Once you're away from them, you're going to feel much better because you're going to start making your own voice more important than theirs.
Yeah, they really drag me down, especially lately. Like, that's why I feel pushed to go, because here it's just become so toxic that, like, I can't even get out of my room because I feel like I'll be attacked for something. It's really bad.
You know, yeah, it's time. That's part of why you're probably calling tonight, is because eclipses tend to get those people out of your life. It's just like, get anything that is not, anybody who's saying anything negative to you, even if it's just like, oh, I don't know, are you sure? Even if it's that.
Sounds exactly like my cousin.
Like, right? It's like, those are people who strive on drama and they want you to need them. Well, you should probably listen to me. You know, it's like very, you know, and all you got to do is say, I'm doing my own thing. Thank you.
Yeah, I should learn that. That might be one of my lessons. I feel like it is. Standing up for myself and what I think.
Yeah. You don't have to let them affect you, because it all really comes down to you anyway. We're all ultimately alone. I hate to say it. It sounds really sad, but we are. We're ultimately totally alone. And we have to make our own way, and we have to listen to our own intuitions, and we have to listen to our own guides. And, you know,
I want to figure out what I want to do. It's like scaring me that I don't know what I want to do with my life yet. Like, I've had like vision so clear, and then it just goes away. You know, like, I channel these messages, it just goes away.
Okay, I'll tell you what to do with your life. Are you ready?
Yeah.
In every moment, stop and ponder, what's the most exciting, fun, courageous, awesome thing I can do right now? Or what do I want to do? It could even be like boring, like take a bath or watch a movie. But what do I want to do right now without anybody else's voice or opinion involved? Even with other pressures behind you, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
And then you do that every moment and every moment and every moment. And it's like, I've heard another spiritual teacher calling it like following your bliss. And it's true. You just follow that breadcrumb trail, so to speak, to that. To you, what it does is it gets you aligned with your higher self, and your higher self is like calling you to a higher and higher and happier place. And when you attune to that, rather than the nit that starts to kind of clog that communication between you and your higher self, when you're in that blissful state, when you're just like enjoying and staying in that happy vibration, your intuitive guidance will come through much clearer, and you'll start following that path of just feeling it out, like what feels good to me right now, what feels really good and aligned with who I am and who I really am, you know, and you just keep following that and sticking to that path, and it's going to lead you to these incredible opportunities, and these doors will just open for you. That's just how it works. So attune yourself to that energy and learn to just follow it moment to moment. You don't have to have all the answers in terms of what's going to happen 5 or 10 years down the road. Drop all that. Just care about what's happening right now and the next minute. Just follow that intuitive guidance, and you'll get more and more guidance as you go, and more insights as you go, and more opportunities, and you'll meet the most incredible people who will say, I want you to come work with me. I want you to come live with me. I want you to, you know.
Yeah.
That's what you do. You don't have to have a big old elaborate plan.
Yeah. So is it better that I move alone, or should I like, because part of me wants to wait for my twin to come around and like.
No. Yeah. Do it on your own. Do it completely independent of your twin. It'll make you feel better about yourself. Yeah. And you don't want to be 5 years from now twiddling your fingers still waiting, you know. Get on with your life and prove to yourself that you can do it by yourself. You know, I didn't have any friends when I came here. I didn't know anybody. Now I have like 1 million.
Awesome.
You know,
I love
and I got.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I met the most incredible people. I have the most incredible boss. I have the most incredible friends. And I have friends like all over the world too. So it's like wherever I go, I got a best friend there, you know, or a good friend.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do that. It doesn't matter where you go. Wherever you go, there's a networking group to tap into. Wherever you go, there's a mechanic that's really incredible. Find out who the mechanic is in that town. Find out who the best this is and the best that is, and go to networking meetings and meet people and ask people questions and just get to know people, and just soak it all in, and go to all these places that the place is known for. Get to know the place, and just like go all in. And you will run into people who are like-minded, who are attracted to you for who you really are, as you are yourself, And when you're vulnerable and you're like, I'm kind of new to this town and I kind of feel intimidated and stuff, I mean, people will really feel for you and they'll help you out any way they can.
That's really amazing. Thank you for helping. I mean, that's really great to hear. It's like the first person who's actually supported me.
Oh, so much. I'm proud to be that for you. Yeah, do it.
I'm
Go
actually
for it, girl.
coming to Colorado in a week and a half. So I mean, I might, like, if I happen to be in Boulder, maybe I could stop by.
I would love that. That'd be great.
That would be amazing.
We can go have fun and play lunch or something.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
Yeah, if anything, I can email you. I don't know.
Okay, that'd be great.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Have a good night. Happy
thank you.
Happy full moon.
Yeah, thanks. You too.
Thanks.
All right. Bye. Thank you so much for holding.
Hi, Amy. Hi.
Hi.
It's Sam. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. Okay, so let me just dive in because I know you got more calls to take. So it's so funny that you keep talking about Moldavite. It's been a stone that I've always been attracted to, and I actually gave one to my twin as part of a gift, not really realizing the power behind it. I just always thought they were just beautiful. And so this week, inspired by you, I decided to get one for myself. And it feels like I just got out of the slow lane and moved into the fast lane on the freeway. Like, it's incredible how, I mean, it's just like, like that coin just flipped right over. It's amazing. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
So last week I spoke with you, and you had mentioned something about my singing, which really hit my heart. So this week I had a bit of a breakthrough.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Yeah. I had a bit of a breakthrough this week. So my whole life, I never really let anybody hear my real voice. I really only let it out in private. The first time that I actually let anybody else hear what my singing voice really, really sounds like was with my twin, funnily enough. But this weekend, I was at a party for a friend going away, and I just let it out in front of complete strangers.
Wow.
And it was so bizarre and crazy. But, yeah, it felt really good and terrifying at the same time. So I guess my question for you is there's some resistance there. It makes me really nervous. I have debilitating stage fright, that kind of a thing. So do you have any guidance for me on kind of removing that blockage so that I can kind of let the water flow through, take the kink out kind of a thing?
Yeah. Yeah. Hang on just a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's definitely like some past life stuff there, but they're also saying try to be of service rather than let it be about you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like kind of like me on this journey. It's like I have this talk show and I can make it all about me and how special I am and all the advice I can give and stuff like that. And it's just like, nah. Really what it is just I'm willing to help. with whatever I know. And if I don't know how to do it, I just ask my guides. So I can't even take credit. It's my guides,
Yeah.
So you can be like just a channel for the universe to express something really beautiful that will touch people's hearts and move them and give them chills and make them feel incredible, right?
Yeah,
so,
that really resonates with me, because I always feel better about things like that when it isn't really me up there. Like it is, but it's not at the same time.
It makes me think of, this is so perfect under the Leo moon too, because it's all about being courageous. But it's like, when you've been in a situation and all hell breaks loose and there's nobody's organizing things and nobody's taking the lead, and you're just like, oh my gosh, this place is going to hell in a handbag, and you're just like, nobody's even, and then you're like, everybody just stop, and then you go take control. And you're like, you need to go do this, and you need to go to that. And all of a sudden, you're like delegating to everybody what needs to happen. And all of a sudden, peace is restored.
Yeah.
Just be that. Be that in your own special singing way. Just be willing to go out to that microphone and share your voice and share your feelings and share your passion through your voice with those people. Who are listening. Let them be moved. Let them feel your heart. Like, only sing songs that just really make your heart like swell. And when you're up there coming from that place, have you ever listened to a singer live or, watch somebody perform and you're just like, oh, wow.
Oh yeah. I get like full body goosebumps.
Yeah. So that's what you can provide. That kind of inspiration, and you can like inspire people to go after their dreams. So if you just think of it, you're just buzzing around a little inspirer. That's all.
Okay.
Just willing to grab the mic and inspire. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then and don't because I've talked to some actors, actresses, and singers, and people who are just like about to explode in their industry or whatnot, and I warn them. Don't take a compliment and don't take an insult. Know who you are, because people will manipulate you with both. They'll tell you how incredible you are, and oh my gosh, the show is all about you, and you come out and and you'll be all puffed up. If you let that get to your head, and then when they start booing, you're gonna be like, oh, and then you're demolished.
Yeah.
And then you're like this roller coaster depending on what everybody thinks of you. So just learn to know your own value, stand confident in that, and don't care whether people are saying good things or bad things about you. Just be you.
Yeah. Well, and I think a lot of the fear stems from not wanting it to be about me. Like, I would rather just get up and shut my eyes. That kind of thing.
You can do that,
Yeah, that's part of the plan. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. So when you say just be kind of, being of service to others inherently is a service to me, because that's what makes me feel best inside. So hearing you say that really kind of calms my nerves, just kind of in general altogether. So. Thank you.
It kind of helps sometimes too, and I know actors and actresses use this, but get all dolled up and put a wig on. Put on some clothing put on some clothing that isn't you at all. And that way it's kind of like them going out there on stage. It's not you. Just kind of like trick. Sometimes you have to trick your mind, to like buy into whatever you're trying to sell. It's like,
I gotcha.
If you go do that and you get booed, it's like, oh, well, that was just Cleopatra anyway. That wasn't me.
Yeah. I'm picking up what you're throwing down. Okay.
Yeah, and then you can put on a different wig the next time. Be like, I think I'll be Georgia this next time. Totally different dress. Okay, now that was it. Yeah, you totally could. It's kind of fun to break out of yourself like that too, because you can see what you're capable of. You can see just, anyone listening, even if you're not like trying to be a singer or something, that just someday just like wake up and go to a town you don't know and just be somebody totally different. See what that feels like. Go be more talkative than you normally are, or be more flamboyant than you normally are, or be more quiet than you normally are, and just see how that fits and see how people respond. You might be surprised how, it can just make you more well-rounded, I think. Make you more open-minded as to your own capabilities.
Absolutely.
So I hope that helps.
Yes, very much. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad you called back.
Yeah. You'll hear from me again, I'm sure.
Cool. And I'm glad you got up there and sang like that. Did you get some good feedback?
Yes, I got plenty of compliments. And, well, actually, there was a guy that was there. He was like, if you show me your voice, I'll show you mine. And he was fantastic. And then he started talking about singing competitions, and he's like, I'm going to New York, and I got you should come with me. And I'm like, whoa, dude.
Oh, my God, that'd be so fun. You'd have a buddy.
Yeah. When I say fastly,
cool.
Amy, like, seriously, this is crazy. So.
Oh, that sounds perfect. I would do it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Live on the edge, girl. Do it.
Yeah. Throw caution to the wind.
Do it. Yeah. I mean, you won't regret it. It's like it's like when you follow those types of opportunities, it makes your heart sing, and you feel like liberated and free. Even if you don't end up going down that route or whatever, it's like you can always change route. You can always decide to go back, but you'll regret not taking a risk to go do something really cool like that, you know?
Yeah.
I can feel it. Well, I'll do that, but you know, but you can. It's totally up to you. Whatever you feel called toward.
Yeah.
But it does sound like a pretty cool opportunity. Sorry about that. Somebody's still here, huh? Who's this?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello, do you hear me, Amy?
I can hear you, yes. I'm glad you're still here.
Okay. Because I was gone for once and I called again, so it worked. Funny enough. Hello, I'm Lena. And yeah, I first want to thank you for your reading. You just sent me a reading like 2 days ago. And it really like grounded me. So thank you so much.
Oh, good. You're welcome. So what questions do you have remaining that we can explore today?
Yes. So I ask you about love because I feel like I'm a good path on really becoming like the person I want to be, and also like for myself. But I also feel like I'm opening up and being like I'm deserving love and kind of inviting it in. And you said that there might come a guy that is like opposite of me in most ways, but we would still be like complementary. But I was like a bit like, oh, do I really want someone who's opposite of me? As so you said that he would be like really hard on himself and quite serious, and I'm really not that kind of person. I'm actually feel like I would preferably be with someone who's like really lighthearted and funny, if you know what I mean.
Yeah I do. And I don't know if I was exploring into who your twin flame is, or do you already know who your twin flame is, or was I reading into who your twin flame could be?
I don't know who he is.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I want to try to see if this was your twin flame. I was reading into it for if it was a soulmate or something like that. Because, they're telling me to go with it, but I'm just going to check in anyway. Hang on a second.
Thank you.
Okay. So just so you know, you don't have to be with anybody, but if they're showing me somebody who's coming in for you, it may seem like a turnoff right now for you, but when you actually know this person, it's going to be like totally different. Like you're going to be willing. Like, okay. If somebody were to tell me you're going to be with someone who's painfully shy, and you're going to really have to make an effort, you're going to really have to assure them that you really like them a lot, and you're going to have to do all this, I'd be like, no. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to. Yeah, right? But the truth is that sometimes the person who's perfect for us isn't what we would choose, isn't what we would think that we would like.
Okay.
We're using our logical minds, and we're using the things that turn us on. But a lot of times, honestly, those things aren't what's best for us. So keep an open mind, for one. And for two, like, twin flames often are very, very different than you. And it's that way so that you can learn from each other. It's like one of you learns to loosen up and the other learns to be maybe a little more responsible and things like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So just keep an open mind about that. And I do feel that this is your twin flame that I'm describing. But again, you don't have to be with your twin flame. You could have a soulmate coming through as well. So you might still have other options. So don't worry about that. Yeah. So what do you want to ask about that?
Okay, that is interesting, I would say.
Yeah, and honestly,
yeah.
No, go ahead.
No, I just want to say, ask if there's anything that needs to come through, or
Okay.
So,
hang on a minute.
Mhm.
They're saying to be ready, because it feels like something is going to kind of sweep you off your feet, like something unexpected is going to happen in the romance department, and roll with it. Don't try to control it too bad. Like, just go with the flow and have fun with it.
Wow. Okay, I didn't expect that. First of all.
Well, they're showing me like a roller coaster, like you're going to get in a roller coaster, and it's like, put your seatbelt on, because this is going to be, fun, real fun. So get ready.
Cool.
But I just got the word spring. So your spring, I feel like, is going to be a really fun adventure for you.
Yeah, I got the same feeling, like about end of March, April, when I did some projects that I'm still working on when I'm finished, and I'm like ready to see what the year is going to bring. I feel like that, personally.
Yay! So report back.
Yes.
When you meet the guy and you're swept off your feet.
Yes.
Cool.
It's funny that it worked, because I'm actually calling from Europe. And so it's already Monday here, so it's funny that it worked out.
Yeah, that's really cool. Where are you at in Europe?
Germany, Berlin.
Germany. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. And you made me a really lucky girl, because it's actually my birthday today. So I feel like I'm starting the day right ahead. So it's really funny.
Oh, happy birthday. Let me do a birthday blessing for you, a light language blessing to help make your year extra special. Okay. So just relax and drop your shoulders, wiggle around, get real loose. And okay, there's like, this is funny, but I'm getting that there's unicorn and fairy energy here. So gosh, you're going to have a really magical year. Okay. Hang on a minute. Ashi mo kon salabidina ikitin tipa umbai. Halhe izekenta and chapo unko anta ace. Hahe imo loprotitinsa. Hiki impomponda atate za alapora ari nai. It's really funny, because it felt like they were almost reprimanding you slightly, like saying that you've got to get yourself like more centered in the moment. It's like you need to ground yourself and be like, don't be so scattered. It feels like you're a little bit scattered, and it's causing you to kind of have anxiety, and you can't sleep very well. So I would say meditate. I would say meditate on a regular basis and really try to kind of ground yourself, because they're trying to get you ready. They're like, get ready, girl.
Okay.
Because if you're not grounded, you're going to be like, when you're swept off your feet, you're going to like blow around like a balloon that was deflated.
But it's sounding like me, because I'm someone, like, personality-wise, I can get so excited about things that I'm really that scattered. So, yeah.
Well, yay. So,
okay, thank you very much.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
Have
a nice evening.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye. Hello? Let me hang on a second here.
Hello?
Hey.
Is that me?
It's you.
I did not expect you to. Oh my gosh. I just called back to listen. Okay.
Oh, well, I'll put you back on mute. I'll put you back on mute.
Okay. Or,
hang on a second. We have another
question, but whatever.
You do have another question?
Well, my second question was, yeah, we only got to one, and then something happened. It just beeped off. I don't know.
Oh, okay. That's awesome. You know what happened? This is so funny. I thought that the podcast was done through this website, and I thought I had it on the payment on auto renew, and it wasn't on auto renew. I don't even know if it is now. I just have to make sure. I need to call the company and make sure that it's on auto renew because it just like went bloop, no more funds.
Oh,
I was like, weird. Seriously, like no warning. It's just like it just stopped. And so I was just like cracking up, just laughing my butt off, running around looking for my credit card and trying to put all the numbers in. And I was like, I don't know if they're still going to be there by the time I got this done. But when I got back on, there were like 3 people still. So I'm like, okay, good. That worked out. I can't believe it, though. That's too funny. I'll have to make sure that does not happen again. So sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. Well, it happens to my phone every once in a while. I'm just like, oh, you know what? Service. All right. I'll try back. Oh, my gosh.
Eclipses.
Okay, I did not
expect Eclipses are all about, like, stopping and beginning, so guess we had to do it in the show, too.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, your other question.
Yes. So, okay, I sent you a message recently, and so this question is multiple fold, I guess.
Okay.
Did you receive it? Do you have an answer for the last question that I asked? Last 2, I guess, technically. And
it sounds so mysterious. No, I don't know. I get so many emails. It's really hard to keep track sometimes.
It was not an email. It would be snail mail.
Oh, you mailed me something in the mail? Wow, I never get mail. That's pretty cool. No, I didn't get it.
Really?
Really?
Okay.
No mail for me. That'd be cool.
All right.
I'd love to get mail. I never get mail.
It says that it was delivered to the bookstore.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Should
have been delivered. All right.
I got a Christmas card.
I
got a Christmas card at the store, but that was a while ago. I don't remember getting anything. You know what? Maybe it got lost in the pile. Maybe they haven't gone through their mail yet.
Oh. So there is a mystery.
There is.
All right. So here's my real question then.
Okay. And how about when did you leave contact information in the mail? So like if I get it, could I call you or could I mail you back or?
You could mail me back, yes.
Okay. Boy, you got me intrigued.
Oh my gosh.
Cool. I like surprises. Okay, so go ahead and ask me whatever you want to ask me for now, for the time being, before I get your mail.
Oh gosh. Okay. Is there anything coming in from my twin? Does my twin? I don't know. Are they happy right now? Are they happy? That's what I want to know.
I feel like head above water.
Okay. So treading.
Making it, getting by. Not really like soaring or flourishing, but kind of like gaining ground, recuperating perhaps is an energy that I'm feeling. Yeah.
Like a backstroke.
Yeah, like that. Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. And I'll get back with you when I get your mail. I'll talk to them about it. I'll ask them, maybe they stuck it in my folder and maybe it fell down into the the folder and it got lost or something. So I'll just, now that I know about it, I'll totally like be looking everywhere for it.
Oh, it'll find its way to you.
Yeah. Yeah. So is that
okay.
Is that all you want to ask for now?
Yeah. Well, I just yeah.
Are you sure?
Oh, Amy, we could be on the phone all night with all the things that I would love to know.
Yeah, I get that. And I do have 2 other callers, so...
Yeah, so, okay.
If that's good for now, then we'll leave it there.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, have a good night.
You too. Good night.
Thanks. Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi, Amy?
Yes.
Oh, hi. Thank you for taking my call. I'm very excited.
I
thought I was kicked off for a second.
Well, we all were.
Okay.
We were all kind of kicked in the butt for just a moment, but we're back.
Oh, I just sent you an email to explain that there may have been a technical issue, so just ignore it.
Okay.
So I just am calling because I really like your post, just generally your perspective on things. So I thought you were a good person to call in and listen to.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I am a twin flame, and I've worked really hard on self-healing and growth ever since I discovered that. I discovered it many years after meeting my twin.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've come a long way. I've been working really hard on myself. And I would just kind of like a check-in with what's going on with my union and, the traditional questions, if they're coming back in alignment with union, if there's anything you see I need to focus on for healing, and if my twin is not somebody that, they have free will, so if they feel they're not coming back, if there's any other love in my future, even in the meantime,
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Can
and
you
if
tell me
anything else comes through, I'm open.
Okay. What's your twin's first name?
Christopher.
Okay. Hang on a minute. Oh, yeah, that's funny. There's some kind of a correlation with Winnie the Pooh somehow, which is kind of funny.
Oh, cute.
Yeah. Let me see here. Hang on. I think I feel like he's going to try to come back into your life, and I think that he's going to try to use honey, sweetness, to try to kind of win you over or to warm up to you. Feels like he's a little concerned that you're going to be upset about the distance that's been there or something like that.
I have been in the past. I've actually been trying to forgive myself I have forgiven myself for the way I've reacted. It's been years, but in the past when he's come back into my life, I've been like, well, I don't really want to talk to you because, you can't just go away, come back. I have been cold in reception before, but I didn't know what it was. I didn't understand. I was very young, so now I think.
Yeah. Oh, I feel so sorry for people who are twins that don't have this kind of support. It's like, oh, man. I hear what they put themselves through, and it's torture. It's terrible.
I know that we both did, and I feel bad for the way I'm, a very strong-willed person, very sturdy in what I want and how with boundaries. I've always been very good with boundaries, so I have no problem putting them up, and I think that's been kind of mean a little bit.
Okay. So it's good to acknowledge that, and the first thing is to be aware of it, and then you can change that. So just know that it feels like he's going to come through real sweet and just trying to get you kind of warmed up. So that's going to be his approach, is a little bit with dog with his tail between his legs.
Okay.
So give him lots of slack. Let him be. I wouldn't take the conversation too deep for, until you guys have had a few conversations to kind of warm him up to feel safe, and then you can maybe go a little bit deeper and be like, so, where you been or what's been going on, or, that kind of thing. You can kind of warm up to it. Feels like he needs a little warm up. Okay. Let me see what else here. And I feel like that's going to be in about 3 weeks.
Really?
Oh.
Because we have not spoken in a long time.
Isn't that around Valentine's Day? I think that's going to be around Valentine's Day. 3 weeks?
Okay.
So, and it may
we haven't spoken in years.
Yeah, it may be a phone call. Eclipses are amazing. Eclipses are like all around the world and they affect everybody. So, it's not that hard.
Okay. I know he was in a relationship, just hearing through mutual friends, and I did reach out to him one time since I've kind of realized what this was. In the last year, I've reached out and I didn't get a response. And you know, we've known each other for a long time, so there's been times years ago maybe where he didn't respond to me, and I'm like, no, it's just the way it went. It didn't really upset me, but I just thought maybe that meant, you know, he was fully committed to another person and just left it at that. So I really thought that, I don't know, I just thought it wouldn't happen for a long time. It kind of feels like it's going to be a long time, so it's interesting.
Let me feel into it. Because, I mean, it could be, this feels like a Page of Cups kind of energy, so maybe he does just reach out to you to see if you've warmed up at all before he actually does something to change his life. You know, he may just...
I sent a really nice message, so I thought maybe, like a brief, very sweet message, so.
When did you send that?
It was like 5 months ago.
Okay. Let me feel into it a minute.
Okay.
No, the feelings like have not gone away. It's like it's still pretty fresh for him, and it's still a little bit raw, but I feel like he's really wanting to reach out and heal things. Does he have a third party? Does he have another person, a karmic person or a soulmate or somebody like that in his life? He does have somebody, but I'm getting that they're kind of in the outs. You know, that they're not like on real solid ground. And it's kind of like I don't know if you were listening to the caller before, but it's like they already know it's like inevitable that it's ending.
Mm-hmm.
So he's wanting to reach out and to see, like, it's like dipping your toe in the water to see if it's a kind of climate he could just jump into. Not that you guys would jump into anything by any means, but he's just trying to see if you're a safe place that he can go to talk to. So maybe even just offer to be his friend at first, you know, just don't make it about romance necessarily, but just be like, let's just talk. Let's just be on each other's side in life. You know, everybody needs an ally in life. Who better than a twin flame to have your back like that, you know?
Yeah, it seems kind of hard because it's never really been stable and it's always been very strictly romance. But, I mean...
Well, this has been a sobering time for him. This has really made him grow up a lot. So you might find that things are a lot different than they used to be. And,
in the last, we've been in separation for quite a while, but the last reunion was drastically different for the better than times before that. I mean, leaps and bounds better. So I was really surprised. Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay.
I was very surprised. I wasn't awake. I was surprised when we went back into separation, not knowing what it was, but it was still very different and fulfilling. So.
Okay, so that's really common with twins. They grow up overnight, or like by the time they come back together, it's like they're totally different people.
Totally different.
Yeah. So I would say that, I was going to say that I think he regrets making things physical too fast, and maybe that's why he's thinking friendship. I think he just wants to make a good solid base, like a good solid foundation that you guys could actually kind of build upon for a long time. It's not that he wants to keep it that pace by any means.
Right,
but
he might be open to it becoming something more once he feels safer.
Very much so. Very, very much so. In terms of another guy coming in, I feel like that's coming too.
Okay.
You might have a choice between the two. The second guy's really good, really solid. He's already kind of ready to go. And good, responsible guy. He just might be, The second guy might be not as exciting.
Okay.
But definitely somebody you could rely on, somebody who'd be a solid support for you. So,
is it like in the meantime? I mean, you said it would be a choice, so I could choose. But in the meantime, while I'm kind of
you might meet him in the next couple weeks or so.
Okay.
Well,
and
so
yet
it sounds
I could maybe have.
Yeah, so it feels like you might have this second guy that you're going to meet, and then after getting to know that guy for a little while, then the twin comes back, and sometimes they sense that too. They kind of sense that somebody else is on the scene, and they're like, what?
Okay. So you think that the third party, like that won't be over?
No, it's going to be. It's ending. It's ending no matter what. It's not going to be depending on you guys necessarily. It's going to end no matter what. But yeah, it's inevitable.
Okay.
And this eclipse is like just ripping it in two. And it's a good thing because both of them are going to be happier not being with each other.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've been getting. I don't really tap into the third party energy. All I've done is just kind of thank them or thank the partner telepathically for teaching him what I can't, and just knowing that was meant. That's what I've just been doing. It's really been helping me actually, and I just trust that that's what it's meant for, so we can learn lessons separately, and it's never really bothered me that he was with somebody else, honestly, because of that. And
you just didn't want to interfere.
I've never interfered and would not want to. And I guess I just got a little bit nervous because I expected it to end quicker than I thought it was going to. And so it made me nervous when I saw that it was still going on, or heard it was still going on very recently. So, but of course nothing appears as it is. So
that's very true. That's a really good thing to keep in mind because, man, I've heard so many stories about these masculines, like posting things, trying to make it look good.
I don't do social media. I don't want to upset myself unnecessarily, so I just don't do it with that person. So and do you have anything that you see in me that needs to heal, or anything? I'm awkwardly in between worlds right now in terms of career stuff, so if you see anything that sounds or looks right for me to be doing next, I'm doing a very drastic change. So
I get that the drastic change is a good thing. Let me just see something else for a second. I don't think that it's going to be where you land. I don't think that you'll necessarily be doing the same exact thing just the way that it looks right now, but I feel like it's perfect for you to jump over to. Because I feel like it's going to get you on the right track.
It'll be it'll put me where I need to be.
Yes, exactly. Okay. It's getting you back on track.
That sounds
So they're saying good
me.
job listening. They're giving you 2 thumbs up for listening.
Okay. Listening to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
To your guides, yeah. Let me see what else, though. I feel like they're showing me a boat, so maybe you're going to be going on a cruise or something. Or if you're invited on a cruise, I would say yes, go.
Okay.
Or it may not even be a cruise because it's a little boat. It's like a little sailboat. So, maybe you'll be going on a little boat trip or something minor.
That
it seems like it's going to be
actually
sweet.
kind of makes sense with where I live and who I know. That could definitely happen.
Okay, cool.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a great night.
Right. You too. All right. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Hello?
Hello. Can I be your last caller?
I know who this is. Hey, you just texted me and you said that you didn't get a chance to call into the show.
I didn't, but then I took Jim home early and I called in.
Yay!
So I could catch some of it.
Did you hear what happened? That was so funny.
No, I just got to hear part of the last 2 callers. I mean, I heard all of the last caller and then part of the one before that.
the show got cut off because the funds ended. Like whatever, I don't know. It's one of those things like you have to fill it back up again. It just like,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, it just went bloop, gone. I was like, what just happened? And I went and looked. I thought it was like on auto renew, so it wouldn't ever do that. But apparently it wasn't. But that was pretty funny. So then I was like, okay, well, I lost everybody. And then I came back on and everybody called back. So yay.
Yay.
Is there did you have any question, or is there anything you want to address, or anything to share with anybody?
With the lunar eclipse.
Yeah.
And I know I've talked about my twin flame on the show before, and it is such a roller coaster. I don't envy people being twin flames.
I know. It's not an easy journey.
And I kind of did turn him down today. He wanted to come see me, and I kind of said, no, I'm busy. So how do you think he's feeling right now?
Okay. Hold on just a moment. Aww. He's a little bit butthurt. But I feel like that's good, because I feel like I feel like him wanting to reach out and grab you. So I think he's gonna sweep you up in his arms very soon. Tonight.
Yeah?
Okay. Tonight. It's not too late.
Tonight?
Tonight,
maybe?
Maybe. I just got 30 minutes.
You did what?
I just got 30 minutes. So what time is it?
Well, yeah, he's actually out watching the game.
So 8:45.
He's not home yet, but he will be. And the Patriots just won, so he should be. Everybody, the Patriots won. They're going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I know, you hate football. You don't care. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, but yeah, I was just wondering how he was feeling, because we didn't get to really talk today, so I was like,
you. No, he really misses you. He can't wait to see you and touch you again. It's going to happen very soon. If not tonight, definitely tomorrow, as soon as possible.
Yeah, it has been a while since we've seen each other, so. Well, yeah. Okay. That's all I really want to know. It's like, since I'm on the call, I might as well ask.
All right. So,
and I can't wait to listen to the rest of the show.
Yeah, it's been a really cool one. So I think you'll like it.
Yay.
All right, my dear.
You're so awesome. Okay.
You are too. Thanks.
I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Okay.
Love you too. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, everybody, thank you so much for calling in tonight and being a part of this. Remember, the show is on every Sunday at 6:30 Mountain Time. That's 5:30 Pacific, 7:30 Central, and 8:30 Eastern. So you can also call me for a personal reading if you go, or book for a personal reading if you go to amysatori.com/services. I've got things from anything from like $22 up to $150 or more. So whatever your price break is, there's something there for you that I could help you and provide some help for you. And I just said that. So anyway, have yourselves a great night. I am gonna go kick back and probably watch a movie. So I guess we'll catch you next time on the Satori Show.